What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. Today we are going to be doing a juice off between the Goodnature M-1 and the KUVINGS CS700 X700. The only difference is there is you get an extra top set, an extra bowl with the 700X. So if you are thinking about using this commercially, definitely buy the extra top set because you can swap them out, wash them. This is a $5,000 machine. This is an $1,800 machine. Obviously this is a cold press machine, so a little bit difference here in quality. This is going to grind up the fruits and veggies and then press them. This more so crushes them through a fine filter. Both have a shelf life of 3 to 5 days depending on what you're juicing. These two are my favorite entry-level machines. They get you great quality juice for not that big of an investment. So Judy over here is very expensive. So if you're looking to start this just out of your own pocket, which is what Jordan and I did when we first started, we started with a centrifugal Zoomex juicer out of our juice truck. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to get into just making some juice and selling juice at your local market or out of a smoothie shop or a fitness studio. All you need is a commercial kitchen and a commercial juicer. Biggest difference I think so far is just the prep on a masticating juicer. You've really got to cut up your hard veggies and your greens and celery into small pieces so you can continue to use this without it getting clogged up as fast. You can throw big hunks of stuff in there, but you're more likely to clog up your juicer a lot faster with the strings and the celery and your greens, as well as risk breaking your strainer if you throw in big chunks of stuff. So it's just a lot easier if you cut things down into smaller pieces, and it goes a lot faster, a lot smoother. It's just a whole lot easier if you prep your veggies. On the M1, as far as prep, you only need to prep stuff that will fit into this hopper. So minimal prep here. Very easy. So let's jump into it. We'll start with the CS700. We are juicing the exact same recipe on both juicers. We're going to test the yield and we're going to strain them and see what kind of juice we get. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. I would argue that that is just as fast as the M1, if not faster. So if you're looking to do this as a made to order a juicer, you can definitely do that with no problem. Let's see how many ounces we got. Looks like we got exactly 12 ounces. I'm gonna pour it in here. We will compare pulp once I juice this guy. This is the KUVINGS strained kind of sludge, more so just foam. Looks like we got about 2 ounces less, which is interesting. Strained out nothing there. Cold pressed juice is, and why it's so like valued, is it's just such a clean, good quality juice. But it is surprising me the extraction is a lot noticeably different. I didn't think it would be that different. Slow masticating juicers do win as far as yield. They're really good at it because it is a little bit slower process. So masticating juicers are known for their ability to extract greens. They're great for juicing wheatgrass. If you want to do wheatgrass in this, you should cut it up and like add it to a mixed recipe. I'm not sure how it would handle straight wheatgrass, but in a mixed recipe they're great because you can alternate in that like the apple and the celery with the greens and get a really great extraction on that. I mean, you can see the color difference here. I've also done a masticating juicer versus a centrifugal juicer, and the masticating juicer outperformed the centrifugal on yield as well. So it's really just able to get in there and extract everything. Here's a close-up at the pulp for the masticating. And the pulp for the M1. A little bit more coarse here, so that makes sense that we would get a little bit better yield. So there's pros and cons to both of these machines. It's just kind of what your personal preference is. There's a little bit more prep with the masticating juicer, but honestly it's 30 seconds of prep. And it's a little bit thicker, more viscous, similar to like a centrifugal juice. It's a different texture, different feel. But you can't market I mean you could, but it's whatever you want to call it. It's not technically cold pressed juice, and there's no pressing of the produce. It's masticating juice, so it's not, you might lose the marketability of the cold pressed juice and then the credibility that carries with it. So there might be a little more education behind your product there. This is made on a masticating juicer. You do have to hand wash the top of the KUVINGS. Doesn't take long at all, but it is something to think about. The M1 is all dishwasher safe. You just throw it in the dishwasher and it's done in a minute. The M1 looks like it's something out of the year 2050. If you're looking for aesthetics, you pop that thing on your bar and, I mean, look at it. KUVINGS has no curb appeal. It's just a juicer. You can see that the masticating juice is starting to separate. Goodnature has incredible customer service. If you ever need anything, they're right there and they're all over it. KUVINGS does offer a 1-year warranty on this machine, and you don't have to use press bags, which is something to think about. If you're cruising through lots of juices, you definitely have to take that press bag number into account. It is a monthly expense. You can make almond milks on the KUVINGS. You can have a whole almond milk menu without a blender needed. It makes great quality almond milks. I love masticating almond milks because they're a little bit thicker, and it's such a good experience. I personally wouldn't make almond milks on the M1. You can get it done if you wanted to do it, but I would buy a blender in addition to the M1 to make almond milk. Actually, I did film a comparison between using the hopper and using the Vitamix on the M1. It's in the M1 playlist. We didn't do a taste test. We got a taste. So the masticated juice is a little bit more viscous. I kind of like it. A lot more kale-y. You can definitely taste the kale more. The cold pressed juice is so clean. It's such a nice juice. I don't know. They're both good. I wouldn't be disappointed if I bought either one of them. You can see there is just that little bit of separation there in the masticating juice. The cold pressed juice isn't separating. That is a wrap on today's video. Let me know down in the comments which one you would pick. I don't know which one I would pick. If I was just getting started, if I could afford it, I would obviously buy the M1. KUVINGS is such an awesome option. For $1,800, you can walk into a full juice menu. Almond milks, ginger shots, good quality juice. You can't beat that. But the M1 is just so cool. I mean, it's a mini cold pressed juicer. If you guys are thinking about buying these machines, definitely use our coupon code JKJuices when you're buying the M1. And I do have a link down in the description for purchasing the KUVINGS. Thank you guys for following our journey. We have so much fun. This is half the fun. Running our juicery, sharing it with you guys. We love it. If you guys are new here, welcome to our juicery. Yeesh, we had a big lunch rush. I need to stock the fridge. My sister and I run our juicery out of Northwest Ohio. We started out of farmers markets and out of a popcorn shop. Jordan started it. with a centrifugal juicer, so it's so fun to see just the tech and how far it's come. There are playlists on both machines if you want to go more in depth on each specific machine. Definitely check those out. I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. I just drank a bunch of these. Noticeably different heat level on this guy, on the masticating. Much more spicy and a little bit more lemony and citrusy. This is just a little more mild tasting. Jordan is on her way in. We'll do a blind taste test and see which one she prefers. Same juice made on different juicers.
Same juice made on different. This one is cleaner.
Which one is cleaner?
It's got a little bit more. I can identify the flavors more. Lemon, ginger, celery.
Your palate is right on.
This one is a little more grainy. A little more texture to it. And just not as distinct.
Exact same recipe.
Okay, it tastes more ginger in that one.
It's got a little muddledness to it.
This one just is less like hit you in the face. This one's, this one's more like, woo! It's just like the ginger one.
Yeah. So you both prefer the flavor on the KUVINGS.
This is the cold press?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, look how the different residue. Look short.
Yeah, visually, but it's what you're
This is fun.
This one's just more gingery.
Yeah, I agree.
It's interesting that one's more green.